We've recently been putting out a lot of content based around different weapon setups, and specifically I'm kind of referring to our EDC video where I talked about what I carry with me every single day. And in some of these videos that we put out on our YouTube, I had a little bit of a teaser. I showed off my battle belt a little bit, and we also had some content running outside the waistband holsters and this setup on Instagram. And anytime I do stuff like that, it brings up a lot of questions from our followers. They start asking about specific gear, how I did a certain thing, and that's kind of what prompted this particular video. We wanted to just give you a quick video to show you my quote-unquote battle belt, and maybe this will give you some ideas of how to set up your own battle belt. And some of you, when I say the word battle belt, are gonna be like, such a stupid term. And bear with me, and I understand there's people out there that think that citizens don't need something like this, but at the end of the day, this is America. We're free to do what we want. You can spend your money how you see fit. I'm not going to tell you how to do you. You get to make that decision, and here we are at a battle belt. So real quick, just a fast rundown of what I'm trying to do here. So 90% of my training on the range is IWB. So it's an inside the waistband holster. You guys are gonna get sick of seeing these, but sidecar holsters, yeah, you know, we run these a lot. But there's times when I take classes or I want to run my kit like a chest rig, or I want to use my outside the waistband stuff for having fun on the range, learning new skills, and just having kit that better prepares me for whatever scenarios may eventually present themselves. So that's where the battle belt falls in to me. Do I look at this as an EDC piece of kit? No, I really don't. I mean, sometimes it's in my vehicle, but more often than not, this is just staying in the office. I take it out to the range. Some of you guys are gonna be like, oh, you're just LARPing. It's like, it's kind of what training is. You're out here doing stuff without getting shot at, but this is the reason why. So this is a Blue Alpha exterior belt. I do have the inner belt here. So this consists of two pieces. Just giving you a rundown on what this belt is. There's an inner belt here, and again, Blue Alpha makes this. This just goes through your pants like normal. You'll notice that there are Velcro, essentially a solid piece of Velcro all around the outside. So then on the inside of the actual battle belt, there's hook, and that's sewn the entire length. That's going to actually adhere to this belt. So this doesn't actually thread through pant loops like you would normally think. It actually connects to the Velcro, and you adjust the tension around your waist so it can't fall off your hips. So it's kind of relying a little bit of tension and also Velcro around your body. It's got these beefy Cobra buckles up front, and I do have a loop here in case I hop in a helicopter or something, you know, for lanyards. Maybe I hang my gloves off of there. I really don't use it for anything, but there's options on their website to add that kind of stuff depending on what you're doing. I added it just because, why not? The belt itself has MOLLE going all the way around the outside, so there's different accessories that you can attach to this belt, but I don't actually use the MOLLE for my setup. What I'm doing is very, very simple. So the main holster that I'm running often is this Ragnarok from T-Rex Arms, and this particular holster is for my Glock 19. And this is the gun that I use almost every single range day, whether it's inside the waistband or concealed. But what you'll notice on the back of that Ragnarok is I have a QLS fork, and then on my mid-ride UBL, and bear with me, I'll kind of explain what this is. Mid-ride UBL from Safariland, I have a QLS receiver plate. So this UBL allows me to have the pistol kind of drop down into a mid position there. It's not a thigh, I'm not really into the whole thigh holster thing. But the cool part is I can then take my Glock 19. I also have a holster for my Glock 22. And as I'm on the range training, I can just quickly switch them in and out. And then on the bottom of the holster, there's just those hooks, and you can pop that out of the receiver plate. It's super easy, and it allows a lot of versatility. So you've seen that we've been getting into shooting a lot of different handguns. We've been shooting SIGs and other brands. And so that allows me to have holsters for various pistols, just slap them into place. And the belt just threads through that mid-ride UBL. There's different screws, and you can adjust the holster a little bit if you wanted to, but I've kind of left that in a straight up and down position, and it ends up positioning the pistol kind of like right there. Going around the rest of this setup, I have Mars carriers from T-Rex Arms, and I am using the Tech Lock on the back, and those are pretty slick. So they just have a receiver, you can flip it up, and it essentially latches around the belt. And that's from Blade Tech. Super easy to use, minimalist, very rugged and durable, and they last really well. So I have one rifle mag on my belt, and then I typically have 2 pistol mags. And the pistol mags are also held on by Tech Lock. Super simple setup. There's not a whole lot going on with this. And honestly, you might be questioning, do you even need to get into a battle belt? And the answer to that is really just, it depends. And we're gonna dive into this in great detail at some point, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is just show you this setup, and I don't know, maybe if you've been looking at these components, maybe this is a good fit for you. But either way, this is my belt setup. This is how I personally have it. I like to have the bare minimum. There's other guys out there that'll have dump pouches and medical, and there are times that if I'm out hunting, sometimes I do actually use this rig. I ditch a lot of the extra magazines and I'll put my hunting knife and I'll put my medical on my waist, things like that. If you have a dump pouch, it's gonna help you toss your empty magazines into that or other trash or things that you've got going on. Keep your range clean. So there's a million different ways to set up battle belts, and that's why this is not a fully extensive video. If you want to see things like that, or you want me to dive deep into the topic of battle belts, just leave me some comments below. Let me know some specific questions that you are getting into, you're finding as you're kind of going along on this journey. And if you think citizens shouldn't own stuff like this, I mean, you're welcome to comment down below, but we might throw you back. Guys, we appreciate you for tuning into this video. Hope it was helpful. See you in the next one. So Rain is not giving us a sponsorship. It's whatever. I'm not really one to get personally offended, you know. But it is kind of dumb, like, let's be real. Do you know how much Rain I drink? I don't know, whatever. You know, again, I don't take it personal. It's not like I actually expect them to give me free energy drinks. But I just made a shot at 30 yards on their can, so that has to be worth something. Come on, Rain, sponsor me.